Hi, everyone. Um, on the community page, I have put a link to an article on the Courier Mail. It's on their Facebook, and it's about the Little Reds coming past Brisbane and all the other little towns. And people, of course, they have to put the words invasion and all these things. Now, the funny thing is every year this happens. It's not like this is a once in a lifetime thing. Every year, the Little Reds, what they do is, unlike the grays, the spectacled, the black flying foxes, they don't really stay at a colony for very long. They're like little gypsies, and they just go from place to place to place, and they pollinate down along it's very interesting if you watch how they do this. They do it every year, and they keep pollinating where the flowers are growing, and they're busy doing a little, doing a job. Little Reds, little job, and they're always on the move. So they come through a town, and yes, they come in a big amount. They stay for a couple of days, maybe a week, maybe two. Depends on what is flowering, what needs to be done. Then they move on. But the newspapers love to make this a big invasion and epic plague numbers, and making it sound so much worse than what it is. It's really, if it wasn't so sad, it would be laughable, which of course gets all the people worked up, going, and I've seen so many comments in the last couple of days, not just there, but even on my own videos about the coronavirus. Now, yeah, they probably are one of the carriers of the coronavirus, yes, and other wild animals that people are eating. My solution would be don't eat them, and maybe the problems wouldn't start. I had someone send me, first off, the one of the woman eating the bat soup. Now, if you part that bothers me the most when I look at it is the bat itself. The way the bat's teeth are clenched, you know that that animal suffered before it died. Because I mean, we rescue a lot of bats, and we know what they look like when they've passed away. That teeth clenched, that bat probably was alive and boiled. I mean, it's terrible. I don't mean to upset anybody or anything, but I mean, this is the thing. Everyone's always so quick to blame the bats for everything. But if people would stop eating them, if people would stop, stressing them, then these problems wouldn't happen. I mean, half the time any problems ever have with the bats here is when they're moving, culling the colony and cutting down their trees and separating mothers from their babies. And then the bats get upset and they get Hendra. And then something, or even that, it's of if it comes from bats. Oh, bats have, but if, whatever. I mean, I've just lately just been kind of with people because they just so quickly want to blame the bats for every little thing that happens. And so much of it, if it does happen, it's not because the bats have done something mean and are out to get people or doing something. They're minding their own business and people decide to eat them. Or people decide to cut down their homes, or people decide to do all these things. And, what are the bats supposed to do? They're just living their life. And, I don't know. It's just so frustrating. And it's so frustrating, the hate of the bats here. And yet, don't they realize that without the bats, you're not going to have precious koalas? Because who's going to have to do work overtime and get everything, back up to scratch for these animals to have homes? The bats. They're going to be pollinating, they're going to be planting seeds, and they're going to be doing all the things that is needed to help all these animals again survive. So as you can see, I've got a little wiggly worm with me, and they're just a really amazing animal, and people always constantly want to find fault in them. So I've vented. I feel a little bit better. And, it's just so frustrating because, people, I'm not saying you have to like bats. I'm not saying to anyone that, I'm forcing you to like them. I'm forcing you not to be cruel to them. I'm forcing you to give them as much respect of any other animal that you may not like, but just, some people might not like a dog, some people might not like a cat, some people might not like but just talk about eating them and killing them and all the things they want to do to them. There's a difference. There's a difference between disliking an animal and wanting to hurt an animal, and that's constantly what we get, that they want to hurt these animals. So have a great day, everybody. I'm sorry if I've upset anyone, but you know what? These are things that need to be talked about. So many times people think here, that it's just, oh, well, people don't like bats. Oh, wow. You don't realize there's a difference between not liking bats and the cruelty that comes with the people here not liking bats. So that's, and the more people that are aware of it, and don't let these people get away with doing it. And that's the thing. If the light is shone on somebody doing something evil, they might not do it. Here's a top view of the bulgy eyes. The bulgy eyes. So, yes, I love them, and I don't like them being harmed, but I don't know. Oh, somebody's got to... my little grays, they're always busy. They're always busy. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.